वेलकम टू द कार्ड गाय। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट और आज हम बात करते हैं अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस प्लैटिनम ट्रैवल क्रेडिट कार्ड के बारे में। अगर आप इस कार्ड को कंसिडर कर रहे हो, ये वीडियो एंड तक जरूर देखो। टुडे वी आर डूइंग अ कंप्लीट टेयर डाउन ऑफ दिस फेमस पीस ऑफ प्लास्टिक। We really need to see if it actually deserves a spot in your wallet or if it's just, a shiny, expensive trap. Amex definitely has a certain prestige attached to it, and honestly, a lot of people just jump in blindly for the brand name alone. So let's dive right into the details and find out the actual truths.
Real quick, here's our roadmap for today. We'll look at the card and its audience, do a serious fee reality check, break down the brand new 2026 math, uncover some hidden benefits, compare Amex against the competition, and finally give you our final verdict. This is going to be a completely no-nonsense, straight-talk breakdown for everyday Indians.
Section 1. The card and audience. Is it a status symbol? Yeah, real value.
Let's start with the basics, all right? Is the American Express Platinum Travel Card just a status symbol to flex at the billing counter, yet real value? Let's figure it out together. So, this card is heavily travel-focused. It's specifically designed for domestic travelers who really enjoy luxury hotel stays. Now, to even get your foot in the door, you've got to be a salaried or self-employed Indian earning at least 6 lakh rupees annually. It's targeted squarely at the middle to upper middle class who just love a good staycation. But here's the thing you have to remember. People so often get lured in by that Amex name without doing the actual math. Just because you have the income to get the card approved absolutely does not mean you should actually pay for it.
Section 2. Fee Reality Check. The End of Waivers.
All right, bringing us to the fee reality check. We've got to address the elephant in the room right away, because the game has fundamentally changed recently. The joining fee and the annual renewal fee for this card is 5,000 rupees. But wait, add GST to that and your actual out-of-pocket cost is 5,900 rupees every single year. Now, in the good old days, getting this fee waived was pretty easy. You'd call up customer care, ask nicely, point out how long you've been a loyal customer, or maybe hit a relatively small spend target, and boom, fee waived. Well, my friends, those days are officially over.
Just take a look at this quote right off the Amex India Reddit community. Since July 2025, the Amex retention team has completely flipped their policy. They are incredibly strict now. As multiple users are reporting, they're handing out straight no's all around. Pay it or close it. Honestly, unless you literally threaten to close the card. And even then, it's a massive risk because they might just say, okay, bye. You're not getting that 5,000 rupees waived. See the bot? There's no more free ride. You have to extract enough tangible value from the reward system to justify paying that hefty fee year after year.
Section 3. The New 2026 Math. Real rupee value. So how exactly do you extract that value? Let's jump into the new 2026 math. Back in March 2026, Amex completely overhauled their Milestone reward system. And the core engine of this card, it relies on hitting these massive spend milestones. Let's break down what your year needs to look like to make it work. If you're swiping roughly 58,000 rupees a month on this card, you'll hit the marks beautifully. By month 4, you hit the 1.9 lakh milestone. By month 7, you cross the old 4 lakh mark. And by the end of the year, you hit the brand new, massive 7 lakh spend target. But let's look at a real rupee example for an average user. Say you are a 30,000 rupee a month spender. That means you're only hitting 3.6 lakhs a year. You miss the old 4 lakh sweet spot, and you completely miss that new 7 lakh goalpost. For you, the math just entirely fails.
But what does hitting that massive 7 lakh milestone actually get you in real rupees? If you crush that target, you walk away with 40,000 bonus membership reward points, plus all your regular spend points, and a flat 10,000 rupee Taj Hotel voucher. Let's calculate that properly. If you value an Amex point conservatively at around 25 to 30 paise for travel, those combined points are worth roughly 12,000 to 14,000 rupees. Add the flat 10,000 rupee Taj voucher on top of that, and you are extracting around 24,000 rupees in total value on a 7 lakh spend. When you do the math, that's roughly a 3.5 to 4.5% reward rate, depending on how smartly you transfer those points to hotel partners like Marriott. It is definitely a devaluation from the old days, yes, but for heavy domestic spenders, getting over 4% back on 7 lakhs is still a very solid chunk of change.
Section 4. Top 3 hidden benefits, what most people miss.
Now, let's talk about some insider secrets. These are the top 3 hidden benefits that everyday users completely overlook, literally leaving money on the table. Number 1 is this amazing viral hack for using that 10,000 rupee Taj milestone voucher. So most people assume you can't use the voucher to get the cheaper Taj Inner Circle member rates because technically the voucher forces you to book offline at the standard rate. But here's the trick straight from Reddit. First, find that cheaper member rate online on the Taj website. Second,
Call the Taj Central Reservation Desk and ask them to book that exact member rate but with a pay at hotel option. Third, when you check out at the property, simply hand them your Amex voucher. Boom! You get the discount and you use the free money. Ekdam sahi trick hai yaar.
Moving on, here are 2 more ways to maximize your everyday life. First, through Amex's partner portal called Gifter, you can buy Amazon, Make My Trip, or Swiggy gift cards using your credit card and easily get up to 6% value back on your routine shopping. It is hands down the best way to multiply your points on basic daily expenses. Second, if you fill up fuel at HBCL pumps for under 5,000 rupees a swipe, there's absolutely zero fuel surcharge. It saves you 1% every single time, which really adds up over the year. Oh, and don't forget, you also get 8 free domestic lounge visits a year. That's essentially 2 lounge visits per quarter, which is absolutely perfect for those short domestic weekend trips where a free meal and a quiet place to sit makes all the difference.
Section 5. Amex versus the competition. The showdown.
But look, no card exists in a vacuum, right? Let's see how the Amex Platinum Travel actually stacks up against its biggest rivals in the Indian market. When we compare the features side by side, the HDFC Regalia Gold comes in at exactly half the price, just 2,500 rupees, and more importantly, it runs on the Visa or MasterCard network. That gives it far better offline acceptance at local shops, especially in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities where Amex is unfortunately often rejected. On the other hand, the Axis Atlas matches the 5,000 rupee fee, but it's an absolute beast for international flights. It is a crazy 1-to-2 air mile conversion and up to 12 free international lounge visits. Amex, by comparison, literally charges you around $35 if you try to use its priority pass for an international lounge. This just proves Amex is specifically a domestic hotel powerhouse. If you want international flights, get the Atlas. If you want a cheaper all-rounder that actually works at your local grocery store, get the Regalia Gold.
Section 6. Final verdict. Seedha baat.
All right, it is time for the final verdict. Seedha baat, no bank sponsorships, just the honest truth. Who should actually get this card? Well, you should get it if you're a high spender, someone who can easily push 7 lakhs a year on this card alone, and you actively love domestic luxury stays at Taj and Marriott properties. On the flip side, who should avoid it? Avoid it entirely if you are a low spender. Just like that 30,000 rupee a month example we talked about earlier, you simply won't hit the milestones and you'll just be bleeding that 5,900 rupee fee every year for absolutely no reason. Also, definitely avoid this card if you travel internationally on a frequent basis because that massive 3.5% forex markup fee will absolutely eat you alive on every single swipe you make abroad.
So, considering everything, I'm giving the Amex Platinum Travel a solid 7 out of 10. The March 2026 devaluation definitely made the math tougher for the average user by moving that goalpost from 4 lakhs all the way up to 7 lakhs. The sheer feeling of pulling a Platinum Amex card out of your wallet has an undeniable emotional appeal, for sure. It feels like a real status symbol. But you have got to be smart about it. If you have the spending power to hit those new targets naturally, the sheer luxury of free 5-star hotel stays still makes it a highly rewarding piece of plastic. But if you don't, it's just an expensive piece of plastic.
So I leave you with this final thought. Are you really spending enough every month to unlock the luxury? Or are you just paying 5,000 rupees a year for the privilege of having an Amex logo in your wallet? Think about it. अगर ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी तो लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो द कार्ड गाय को @the Indian Card Guy और कमेंट में बताओ आप कौन सा कार्ड यूज़ करते हो। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में।